Well, have you ever felt the need to just scream? A teacher in New York is putting together a special project that lets you yell your heart out. Cody standing by with more.
Indeed. And I called Chris's number this morning and I screamed at you. And normally I would feel weird about that, but you're asking people to scream, right, Chris?
I'm asking people to scream any way they want to.
Now, why? I told you, you asked me, like, what questions are you going to ask? And I said, I'll definitely ask you, why, Chris? Why on earth would you do this?
I've done a number of pieces over the years where I have asked people to call in and record anything they want. So I needed something creative to do a few months ago. This was in September. And I thought to myself, what would people really respond to right now? Screaming. There's just screaming in the air right now. And it worked.
What kind of response have you gotten? How many screams have you gotten?
We're up to about 7,000 screams at this point.
That's
really,
fantastic.
really took off.
That is so great. So just random people calling this number and then screaming.
It's random people from around the world. It's quite popular in Italy and Russia right now.
Really? What does a Russian scream sound like?
It sounds largely the same as a scream from the U.S.
Fantastic. Now, I did call this morning and screamed, and I realized it would probably be good for my co-hosts as well to kind of get something off their chest. So, John, do you have the number? Are you going to call
yes.
it? Okay.
Yes, I'm going to call right now.
So dial the number. What is the number, John?
Speakerphone. 561-567-8431.
Okay.
Please record a scream to share. Wait for the beep, scream, then hang up.
Ah!
Chris, he's so angry. He's frightening
That is a
me.
great, great scream.
$1 for every time I've been told.
That's right. We get that a lot with him. He makes people actually scream. So what are you going to do with all these screams once you've collected all of them?
And that is to be decided. One thing that's potentially on the table is a podcast. I'm tentatively calling it Dawn Chorus, Wake Up to Someone Else's Screams. We'll see.
Now, how would you stretch that into a full podcast? I don't understand how that would work.
We just layer lots of screams on top of each other. So I'm picturing, maybe it comes out every morning and you just sort of wake up to 100 people screaming in your ear.
That sounds interesting.
That's what we do anyway.
Exactly. That's kind of like with my house. Usually I'm stepping on Legos, though. That's why I scream. Okay, so you are a school teacher. You teach the little ones, right? Did that have something to do with you wanting to let out some screams? Was that some therapy for you, or is it just a coincidence?
I say on the website, justscream.baby, that I'm a generally quiet person, which is true. I'm not really a screamer myself, so I've created this site for everyone else to share their screams. I've called it once, and if you find my screams, it sounds a little bit like this. Because I just don't really make loud noise. I just looked for something creative, and I knew that other people would really respond to this.
Well, Chris, tell you what, keep us up to date if you decide to do the podcast or if you do another project. You were so fun. We would love to get the word out, okay?
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. I wish he was my first grade teacher. I think I would have turned out a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you? I think this guy's so much fun.
great.
Thanks, Chris. Bye. Have a good one.
Bye.
Cheers.
See you later.
All right, stick around. We got more in the show coming up in just a second.